Once again, very good day to everybody. So this is internet programming, and today's topic we are going to discuss about a short introduction to the internet, the basic IP internet protocols, and about WWW World Wide Web, and then about HTTP request message. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, right. So this is especially for you, my dear students and young researchers, and you can reach me at dr.christoananth@gmail.com. So before beginning the session, let me thank God for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver this useful session, to share my knowledge among my fellow national, international participants, students, and young researchers. So in today's session, we'll have a short introduction to internet protocols. Then we understand the working of the internet protocol, about the various types of IP internet protocol, about the functionality of the transmission control protocol and internet protocol. Then we discuss about the IP function, about the PPP, point-to-point protocol. Then we discuss about SFTP and HTTP. Okay, right? Then we discuss about HTTPS. Have you seen HTTPS? Secure. Secure. Whenever you are typing any website, if you type HTTPS, then colon, then slash, then website, if you type, it will be very secure. Okay. No. Then you have POP3, Post Office Protocol 3. Then we'll discuss about how WWW works. Then we discuss about hypertext markup language. We discuss about the history of World Wide Web. Then about the request line and request method, and about the supported methods in HTTP 1.1. And of course, we are going to end this class with the independent work and some short videos to discuss the knowledge data topics. Right. So this is a short introduction to internet protocols. So whenever you say internet protocol, it is nothing but rules, procedures, regulations, okay, to govern the communication. So we are going to exchange the data over the internet, maybe like a websites in the form of blog. You can exchange the information. Okay. So both the sender and the receiver should follow the same procedure, same protocols in order to exchange or maybe communicate the data. So maybe let us take in the case of a language, English, Uzbek, any language, Russian. Okay, right. So how you have in the language, you have grammar. Yes, you have vocabulary. Past tense, present tense, future tense, active voice, passive voice. You will have, right? Similarly, for the communication of the language, you need vocabulary as well as grammar. Similarly, for the internet, we use website. You exchange some data, okay, with another device from internet, from this system to here, from here to Google Classroom, from MS to you exchange the data. Okay, so here the processes are governed by a set of rules, what you call it to be the protocols, internet protocols. Okay. So internet and many other data networks where you will have like you can organize the data into small packets. Okay, right? So each large data is sent between two network devices, and it is divided into small packet, big packet, small packet is divided by the hardware and software. So every network protocol will be having some rules and regulations about how this particular network will support this system. Okay. So why you need protocols? So sender and receiver are part of different networks. It cannot be one network. It can be of different networks. Every network has a sender, has a receiver. Okay. So they are located in different parts of the world. For example, I am in India. You are in your own country, America. Okay, Singapore, several countries. Everything is being interconnected, and everything will be having different transfer rate. Okay, for example, the data transfer rate in this country is different from India. India it will be very fast. Here it is little bit slow. Okay, great. So we need protocols to manage the flow of data, access control of the link being shared in the common communication channel. So let us take an example. There is a sender named X who has a transmission rate of 10 Mbps. Okay. And there is a receiver Y who has a data receiving rate of 5 Mbps. So sending transmission rate is 10 Mbps. Receiving bish. That's all. So which means rate of receiving the data is very slow. Come. Very slow. Okay. So definitely some data will be lost. Okay, during the transmission. So in order to avoid this, the receiver Y needs to inform the sender X about the speed mismatch. If it is 10 means here also 10. There it is 5 means here also 5. But there 10 receiving 5 means how? It is not possible. Okay. So sender X can adjust the transmission rate. Okay. So similarly, the access control decides the node which will access the link in the common communication channel. So if the data is not transmitted, if not the transmitted data will collide, if many computers send data simultaneously through the same link, then definitely collision or maybe corruption might take place. So definitely there would be data loss. For example, in the internet, they are publishing your result. Okay, like there are 100 students use Teleblur, they try to access. Then it will be jammed. We cannot see the entire result. Okay, so there will be data loss, there will be corruption, there will be loss of data. So there are different types of internet protocol. We have TCP/IP, transmission control protocol, internet protocol. Once again, we have a set of rules for which the computers connect with each other. So internet protocol, every internet protocol will be having a specific serial number called as the IP address. You have seen 192.0.0. You have seen 192.0.0.12.0 like this. That's a IP address. Okay. So TCP specifies how data is exchanged over the internet and how it should be broken into IP packets. Okay. So packets have the same information about the source of the message data, the destination of the message data, the sequence in which we are sending the information, and it is checking whether the message is being sent correctly or not. Okay. So in the TCP/IP, we will be having several layers: application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network layer, and so on. Okay, so layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Layer 4 top, application layer. Okay, then transport layer, then internet layer, then network access layer. So application layer, it is going to make sure that the data from the sending end, it is received at the end correctly in the acceptable format. For example, I am sending in MS Word file, but you are sending in image file. It is not good. Whatever I am sending, it should be correctly received at the receiving end. Okay. That is acceptable and supported at the receiving end. Then transport layer. Transport layer is responsible for the smooth transition of the data. Okay. So maybe for reliable connectivity, error recovery, and flow control, we can use the transport layer. Then you have internet layer. Internet layer, it is going to move from source to the destination by connecting independent networks. Okay. And then network access layer. Network means what? Connection. Connecting over the network. So network access layer will be seeing how the computer will be connecting to the network. So this is the 4 layers of TCP/IP: application layer, transport layer, internet layer, and then network access layer. Then you have SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, so you have the internet, sender, receiver. So messages are flowing from the sender mail server, receiver mail server. Okay, maybe Gmail, this side Yahoo. Okay, So we have SMTP servers here, and there you have POP3 or maybe IMAP server. Right. So these protocols are responsible for sending and distributing the outgoing mails. So the protocol will be using the header of the mail to get the email ID of the receiver and enters the mail into the queue of the outgoing mails. Okay. So it will be getting the email ID of the receiver and it will be entering the mail. So mail queue, it will be sending one after the another. Okay. Right. So as soon as it delivers the mail to the receiving email ID, it removes the email from the outgoing list. For example, there are 100 emails from here I am sending to you. Sending to you, it is received means, okay, removed. Okay, so 99 emails only there. So it will send. Next. Then you have point-to-point protocol, PPP. Okay. So generally we'll have three phases, maybe computer and then server, link establishment phase, authentication phase. What is authentication? Authentication, privacy, security. Okay, secure, safe. Okay, that is authentication. Okay, and then network layer protocol phase. Okay, so it's a communication protocol that is used to create a direct connection between two communicating devices. So similarly, just like other protocols, it will be having rules and regulations by which two devices will authenticate with each other and exchange information with each other. Okay. So the user connects the PC to the server of the internet service provider using this point-to-point protocol. Okay. And then FTP, file transfer protocol. So for transferring files from one system to another system, we can use file transfer protocol. Sir, you will have FTP commands, FTP reply, and after getting the reply, you establish the connection. Okay, so this is how it goes with the computer and then server. So this works as a client server model. Okay, I am a client, you are a server. I am sending command. I am getting reply. Good morning, sir. You are also saying good morning. Then after that I speak. If I don't get good morning from you, I cannot speak with you. Okay, right. So when a machine requests for file transfer from another machine, the FTP sets up a connection between the two and authenticates using the ID and password. For example, login ID, login password. Okay, and after that, authentication begins. Okay, so desired file transfer takes place between machines. And then SFTP. What is SFTP? Secure File Transfer Protocol. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. So SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol, is also known as SSH-FTP. That is Secure Shell File Transfer Protocol, because it is going to encrypt both the command as well as data during the transmission. Okay. So SFTP acts as a extension to the SSH. What is SSH? SSH, Secure Shell. Okay. So it's an extension of SSH. It is going to encrypt file and data, and it is going to send them through a secure shell data stream. Okay. So the protocol is going to connect other systems while also executing the commands in the command line. Then you have hypertext transfer protocol. It is going to transfer hypertext over the internet, and it is defined by www for the information transfer. Okay. So it is going to define how the information has to be formatted, how the information has to be transmitted. Okay. So you can go for sharing several text, images, multimedia files in the www. Okay. So you have the digital signature where you have the private key. Okay, and then you have digital signature which is public key. Okay, through this you can access SFTP client to the SFTP server. So after logging in through the digital signature, then you can access the information. And then you have HTTPS, which is nothing but secure. Okay, hypertext transfer protocol secure. Okay, so HTTPS is an extension of HTTP. Okay, so yeah, maybe for the you have seen this one, SSL certificate. Have you seen SSL certificate? Maybe in networks you would have seen this one. Your connection should have a SSL certificate. You would have seen this one. Okay. So for secure communication over the computer network, you will be having secure socket layer, transport layer security. Okay. They will call it as SSL certificate. Okay. For the encryption and then authentication, you will use this SSL certificate. Okay. So the website has a HTTP protocol. Okay, but if the website is such that it receives some sensitive information, maybe like credit card details, debit card details, okay, OTP, one time password, okay, OTP, one time password, then it will show it requires a SSL certificate because it has to keep it secure. Okay, for example, I'm getting the bank account detail. It shouldn't be open to anybody, which means it should have a SSL certificate. Okay, for example, I'm saying, okay, one time password is sent to your mobile. It will show like this. Suppose if it is open to everybody, everybody will open it. Okay, right? So that is the thing. Okay. So before entering any sensitive information on a website, we should check whether the link is HTTPS or not. This is the very important thing. Any website you are going, okay, like some do not use it. Okay, or maybe you are booking the Afrosia train. That also you can check. HTTPS. Check. If it is not coming, means don't go. Which means it is open for all. Anybody can access it. Okay, right. So if it is not HTTPS, it may not be secure. So you should not enter sensitive information. Then you have Telnet. Telnet is a telecommunication network. Okay, or maybe terminal network also you can say. Okay, so it's a standard TCP/IP protocol for the virtual terminal service. Okay, given by the ISO. So you can connect with one local machine with another local machine, and computer which is connected, you call it as the remote computer. Okay, and the computer which is connecting, it is the local computer. So local computer and remote computer. Okay, remote computer already connected. Local computer which is connecting. Okay, so telnet operation displays about the entire performance. Similarly, it follows the client server principle. Client server. Okay, so computer uses this telnet client program, whereas remote computer already connected. No, it uses the server program, telnet server program. And then POP3, Post Office Protocol 3. So from the POP3 mail server, we have laptop computer, work computer, home computer. From this you can copy. But in the home computer, you can actually remove the message. Okay, everything needs internet. So POP3, Post Office Protocol 3, okay, it has two MAA, Message Access Agent. One is client message access agent and then server message access agent for accessing the messages from this mailbox. Okay, so the protocol is going to retrieve and manage the email from the email mailbox on the receiver mail server to the receiver's computer. Okay, so you will have the receiver as well as receiver mail server. So this is where the mail is being managed in this server. And then www. What is www? World Wide Web, or you can also call it as W3. So it is nothing but a public website or maybe pages, okay, that users access in their local computers, just like me, okay, through the internet. So the pages and documents are connected by the hyperlink. What is hyperlink? Hyperlink. For example, they say click here and one underlink. If we go the cursor, immediately it will show like this symbol. Click it. You have seen this one? Hyperlink. For example, for booking the train, go to railway.uz. They are putting in underline http railway.uz. If we go the cursor like this, okay, like this. Okay, I'm moving the cursor like this, so it will go like the hand symbol like this. Okay, then you can click on this one. This is hyperlink. Okay, so this information can be of different formats, maybe like text, images, audio, video, everything can be in your website. Yes. Okay. So World Wide Web shouldn't be confused with internet. www is website. It is not internet. Okay. So World Wide Web is part of internet. When anybody asks you whether www is same as internet, no, it is not same. www is part of internet because we access the website www.google.com, www.marufbek.com, www.zarikov.com. That is part of the internet. I have my own website www.christoananth.com. I have my own website. Okay, and then generally this www consists of multiple components where which the users can access various resources, documents, or maybe web pages. Okay, so www is nothing but an electronic book, e-book, where the pages are actually stored and hosted in different servers. Okay, you can access it anytime. Yes, if the domain is active, you can access it anytime. Okay, so the pages are the primary component or the building blocks and link to the hyperlinks. Okay, so hyperlinks is a way of interconnection of www through the interconnected documents. And then HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, client, browser, server, web server through the internet. So we are sending request and we are getting response. Okay, and after that we are establishing connection. Okay, so hypertext is a instant way of communicating or maybe cross-referencing that supports communication on the web. Okay, so hypertext makes it easier to link content on one web page to another. Okay, so you have HTTP. Okay, you can access it. So hypertext and HTTP enable people to access several websites on the www. Okay, and hypertext transfer protocol is a key component of this www. You can standardize the communication. You can go for data transfer between the server and the client. And then HTML, hypertext markup language. You have already studied. Okay, so it's the way of how content within the HTML file is structured. Okay, so maybe you can describe the structure. For example, HTML, it has a structure. Yes, you remember the tags of HTML? Head tag, body tag, underline tag, list tag. You have several tags. Color, for border. You studied, yes? Okay, so you can display the content of these pages through the web browser. Okay, to access these pages, the user and the client machine supports a universal identifier to the web server through the browser. Okay, so you will have URL, uniform resource locator, or maybe uniform resource identifier, URI or URL, www.samdu.uz, www.afroziap.uz, railways.uz. So these pages you are going to design using the HTML, hypertext markup language. Bold tag, italic tag you have used, yes? Right. So we will discuss about the history of World Wide Web. It was the British physicist Tim Berners-Lee who invented www. Tim Berners-Lee. He invented the World Wide Web along with the colleagues at Geneva-based CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. Okay. So Berners-Lee was working on this www since Bir Tokos Secus Tocus 1989. Okay, right. So their goal was to combine all the technologies and data networks to create a user-friendly system for global communication and information sharing across the internet. Okay. So at that time they began with first www server, which is HTTPD for transferring data. Okay. They also dubbed the first client www. So www, normally they say it as WYSIWYG. You know this one? WYSIWYG. You know that? You know English, yes? W. What? What? Why? You. What you? Yes, see. See. What you see is I is W. What? Y. You. G. Get. What you see is what you get. Okay. What you are seeing is what you are getting in the internet. Yes? Huh? Okay. So that is the hypertext browser or maybe editor that ran in the next step environment. This I actually brought out by Tim Berners-Lee. What you see is what you get. Okay. So in 1990, Berners-Lee demonstrated the first web server and browser at CERN to explain his idea of World Wide Web. Okay. So the web then entered the public eye in 1991 when Berners-Lee also developed hypertext. Okay. Then he went on with the creation of alt.hypertext news group where he founded this website. Okay. info.cern.ch/hypertext/www/ the project.html. The best part is even now this link is visible. Even right now this link you can access it. It was actually brought out in Bir Tocus Bir. That year it was brought. So you can say 2001, 2011, 2021. With this bir. That much years it is still there. Okay. Right. So this page, which remains operational as of 2022, includes information and links about the www project and web service. Okay. And afterwards, 1993, the CERN, European Association, made this www World Wide Web technology publicly available on a royalty-free basis. And then we will have HTTP request. So HTTP client sends HTTP request to a server in the form of a request line, 0 or more header, okay, followed by the carriage return line feed, and then you will have empty line. Okay, so that is a line with nothing preceding the carriage return line feed. Okay, and then you will have message body also. So you will have request line, 0 or more header, empty line, and then message body. If you need or you not need, you can. So request line, it is beginning with the method token followed by the request URI, uniform resource identifier, and the version, protocol version. Okay, and afterwards it ends with the carriage return line feed, CRLF. So the elements are separated by the white space characters, and then request line is nothing but the method SP request with the URI SP HTTP version carriage return line feed. Then you will have the request method. So method is going to indicate the method to be performed on the resource. So that is specified by the request URI, uniform resource identifier. So the method, it is case sensitive and definitely it should be mentioned in the uppercase, capital letters. So this are the supported methods in HTTP 1.1. You will have the get method to retrieve the information from the server using URI. Okay. So request using this get should retrieve data and should have no impact on the data. Similarly, head, same like get method, but it is going to transfer the status line and the header section. Then post method, it is going to send the data to the server. Post, it is going to post. It is going to send data to the server. For example, the customer information, the file upload, everything it is going to upload. It is going to send. Put, it is going to replace all the current representation of the target resource with the uploaded content. And then delete, it is going to remove all the current representations of the target resource given by the uniform resource identifier. And finally, connect, establishes a connection, okay, a tunnel to the server identified by the given uniform resource identifier. Options, communication options, these are communication options for the target resource. Then trace, trace means it's going to perform a message loop backtest. Okay, it is going to scan, okay, it is going for test along with the path to the target resource. Okay. So this is the independent work. Please submit them. Form validation, regular expressions, and then file handling, cookies. Do you accept the cookies? Do you reject the cookies? It will show whenever you are visiting any website. Okay, and then connecting to the databases. So this thing you should submit them in your Google Classroom. Okay, as early as possible. And as I told you, 5 independent works and 1 open-ended project you have to complete.